Okay, well, I didn't really lie about anything. I just kind of changed my mind on a couple of things. The first is something that I talked about a while ago, maybe 3 or 4 videos ago. I don't know. I'm at my workshop. I'm working on something out here, and I'm just making this on the spur of the moment type thing, just because I feel like it. It feels like I can't do those kind of things these days. Just make a video about whatever the heck I'm doing. It has to be, everything has to be perfect and set up and all that. So I'm just doing this to kind of explain a couple of things. The first thing was the advertising that I said was going to be in my videos. I actually changed my mind on that and I turned that deal down. I got to thinking about it, and every time I got to thinking about it, it kind of made me feel a little bit, I don't know, sick. And I just didn't want to go ahead with it. I feel that, you're watching my videos, you enjoy the things that I do. I have a website that you should be going to if you're watching my videos, because you're really only getting half the story if you're only watching the video. Go to my website, and if you were to go to my website, if everybody watching this video were to go to my website and read the article that goes along with the video, I wouldn't need any outside advertising at all. That's part of the problem right there. I've got this big audience on YouTube, and I've got a website. I've got a big audience there too, but they don't, they don't cross over. They mostly don't. There's a lot of people that go, do both, but there's a lot of people that don't. So I want to try to fix that. I want to get more people going to my website. As I mentioned before, my website is not a personal blog. It doesn't have, short articles with, nothing on them or to them. It has highly detailed articles on all of the projects that I do here. And it also has free plans. So if you want all the story, you should go there and look at that. I'm just doing this real quick. I had no intention of going overboard with the editing or anything on this. I spent most of yesterday, editing a video on countersinks. And that was, I guess, a lot of people took that as a little bit misleading, because the screen, the thumbnail, the picture on the thumbnail shows 4 countersinks, and it kind of led you probably to believe, okay, which one of these is the best? And that was my original intention. I was going to point out this countersink right here and say that this is actually the best one. But then when I went to make the video, I said, you know what, the best countersink is actually the screw that you're going to use. So that's where that idea came from, to do the video. That's something that I've done lots of times in the past, mostly when I was building like speakers for myself. You want a trim piece or a bezel or something with the screw perfectly countersunk in that, and you really couldn't use one of these cutters to do it. It would mess it up too much. So that would be the way I would do that, and it turned out really good. So to get down to it, the countersink that I like the most is this one right here. The only problem is I don't know what it is, where it came from, or where to get another one. If anybody recognizes this, and I'll put a little bit more detail at the end of the video on it, they could please leave it in the comment section. Tell me where I can get one of these. Not that this one's worn out, but I would really like to have a replacement just in case I lose this one. I got this on a job site. I picked it up off the floor, just looked down, walking along, looked down, saw it on the floor, picked it up, and really couldn't believe how good a countersink this is. So I'll give you a little look at what I'm working on here. This is actually a 2x72 belt grinder, and it's mostly made out of plywood and wood. And here you can see the drive wheel is made from MDF, and it's on a 5/8 inch shaft that comes over here to the pulleys that I made before. I have a video on those. And I've got this loosely arranged with the motor and the pulleys and a belt. I think the belt is a little bit long, but I think I'm going to try to make it work. The contact wheel is 10 inches, and once again I made that from MDF. I just stopped the camera for a minute to get this set up here. Today I'm working on the belt tracking and tension system, and that's what the camera's focused on right here. It's a little bit complex, but not really difficult to do. As you can see, the shaft there doesn't have the bearings in it, so that's the reason why it's tipping out. I just got this rigged up to give you a good look at it. So I have been posting updates on this build on the new forum that I have on the website. That's something else I wanted to talk about briefly, was that the website is there, yes, that has all the articles for all the projects with all the plans that you want. That's there. Beside it is a new online forum where you can join and post pictures of the projects that you're working on. You can also follow stuff like this here where I'll be posting long-term projects. This is what I call a long-term project. I'm not sure if I'm going to be done in a few weeks or a month. I'm going to try to get it done over the next month, but we'll see. I've got other projects brewing too, and that would be the place to go to catch up on that. I'm also posting updates on Facebook and Google+. The links are in the description. I also got a video coming out on Saturday or Sunday along with the website article. You can look for that. I can't do anything too major while I'm working on this. It's taking up a lot of my time. Okay, well that's it. That's all I got to say. Thanks for your time.